Okay, I'm doing part 2 with a video I did earlier about robots. God also led me to, and also let me preface this by saying this is for educational purposes only. This is what I've been shown by God Almighty. This is not to be blocked in any way because this is word straight from God. And you take from it what you will. This is a brutal, harsh word. This is not for the faint of heart. The first part of this was robots ripping people out of cars. The second part of this is me visiting hell and what will happen after this. So, in order to do this, I had to photograph my pictures. Um, so basically, God gave me a download about the robots, and they will be ruthless. They're killers. They do not care about anything, and if you are a threat to them, they will instantly dismember you from beset after people in order to get rid of them. And if you're, so basically, if you're in their way, they will get rid of you, especially if you're a Christian or a dissenter. If you go against their agenda that they've been programmed for, they'll go against you. These are entities from beyond. These are probably demons. These will be allowed to absolutely kill you outright. Our version of robots that we will see on movies is very far from the so our version that we see on the movies is very different. These are ruthless. They don't care. They will do it however they feel like. They don't care who you are, how old you are, and what you've done. They will kill you if they see you as a threat. I've also seen images of people in hellfire, and God is showing me how serious things are, where people will end up if they don't change from their ways. So basically, He took me to hellfire, and I saw how people are in hell. If you think that you can mess around, and I even heard a message today talking about how the Bible is not relevant to today, and that we should get rid of it because we have technological advances and all this other stuff. Well, that does not take out God. That does not take out His original message, which said to follow His way and His will. That does not mean that we do away with what God. Okay, think of it this way: if you don't have a moral compass, where the heck are your morals coming from? What defines what you do and how you live your life? If you don't have a moral compass or a moral standing, then who's to say that stealing's wrong, or to say that what's your and how many wives you're having? Who's to say how your children should live, or even if you have any children? So the moral compass is way the heck off. And what the demons and the devil has done is he wanted to make people think, oh well, the Bible is irrelevant and it shouldn't be followed. Well, those that are following it, and actually we do. That's why there's so many different religions. It's because people want to have some kind of moral compass, and and the demons also realize that if we don't have a moral compass, our society goes to pot. So, so he showed me this, and God is showing me the aftermath of what's gonna happen. And basically, um, what I saw was lava everywhere. What I saw was crumpled heaps. Um, and basically, and I'm seeing in glow, I saw a glow of the red sky. I saw no buildings that are left. What I was told afterward is there will be buildings falling off cliffs. There'll be earthquakes like you've never seen before. The earth will swallow up many buildings in many cities just all at once. He did that in the olden days where he swallowed up whole groups of people and they no longer existed. He's going to do that same thing. I'm seeing no buildings left. I'm seeing unimaginable destruction at its best. And saying this is what will happen if people live beyond what is coming. There will be no place unharmed by the coming destruction. There'll be volcanoes, and it's not going to just be one, and it's not going to just be one of these and then wait for a little bit. These are going to all go off. I've seen videos where Mount Shasta, Hood, Mount St. Helens, Rainier, and Yellowstone all go off at once, And what God showed me is there's a volcano outside of where I live in western Colorado. Think of hot springs. If there is a hot spring near you, that means there's a magma chamber, and that means that it will come and blow its top. Tsunamis will be huge, earthquakes, floods, and death on a scale that is only comparable to Noah's time. And if you put off the word, and if you put all of the wars of this world together, it wouldn't even come close to the death toll that's about to hit. According to, was it Seal 4, it says the quarter of the population has to die. That's 2 billion people dying very quickly. And then in another part of Revelation, I think it's like another third of the people. So out of the 6 billion that are left, a third of those go bye-bye. So that's another 2 billion. So yeah, there won't be anyone not affected. So this will affect the whole world. And that's what also I was given, is this is on a scale never, the only time we saw it, and actually Noah's flood is a supposedly fictitious flood that never happened. And that's what the devil wants you to believe, because that's how we got the geology that we got. And if you actually look at the history and the petroglyphs and all that different thing of what is it? There's 100 to 150 different stories and petroglyphs of a flood that happened on the earth. This is a flood that happened, and everyone and everything was killed. The fossils are right under your stinking feet. Lots of the dinosaurs disappeared in this time, and it wouldn't surprise me if they died. Well, most of them died, and I see possibilities. If you look up the word dragon in the Bible, there's actually many different places in the Bible that it describes a dragon or something that's breathing fire. So so this will affect the whole world, and if as you and everything as you know it, it will be the worst nightmare that you've ever had. Demons will be allowed to roam the land. Actually, they're coming out now. They are flooding out onto the surface, but you won't even see them until God takes his hand off, and then you're going to be, holy crap, they're right here before me. There's going to be unimaginable, abominable things. There's going to be creatures and hybrids and animals that are 50 to 100 or possibly even bigger. So they will also inhabit, and these demons will inhabit robots. The consciousnesses of these evil people are going to inhabit these robots. They're trying to bring up the conscience right now through CERN of Nimrod. And these are incredibly powerful robots, and nothing can stop them. Think of Terminator, where they had a very hard time trying to kill robots. I mean, these are inanimate objects that have a conscience, that basically have a armor body. I mean, it's going to be very hard to kill them. Imagine putting a demonic conscience that is willing to do whatever it could think of, and it's beyond any of your worst nightmares. Realizing it out of, and if you get in the way, you're dead. He also has given me a download with regards to these elite people. So you realize, so what he did is there's a lot of elite people, and this is for educational purposes. This is what I've been told. But my caution to you all is, if you think that you're powerful and you have all this money, what happens when there is no more world to control? What happens when your bunker gets destroyed by... you all have never seen the scale in which you're about to see. You have never seen the earth splitting. You have never seen lava oozing up from underneath your feet. You have never seen waters and everything else flooding your so-called facility. Your bunkers will not last. You will be running for your very lives, and you will not have control. And the other thing I have for you is, why would you even want to live through this? This is on a scale that is so beyond your imagination. This is not a localized, this is it's going to happen here, here, and here, and not going to affect the other part. Like, no, this is Noah's flood on a scale, and that's what God said in the tribulation. He said he's going to utterly destroy it with fire, and with it says with pillars of smoke. And I mean, look at the day of the Lord, and it is the most unimaginable whatever. If you look at how Babylon is destroyed, it says that no more um, marketing will be done inside of it, and that the people will be um, as few as the gold of Ophir, which is I don't know what that I do know that it meant very little, but you realize that even if you live, um, you will come out of a place and there will be nothing. There will be no tree, no plant, no anything. The water will be completely destroyed. There will not be water to drink. You will not have a life. Why? I mean, so it's like, okay, so you live in an underground bunker. Maybe you live. You come out of it and you realize that all the land around you is completely transformed to a nightmarish landscape that has never before seen. So maybe like moon, like think of Mars or the moon. And if there are no more planets, that means that you can't breathe very well. And having no more water because it's been tainted by radiation and everything else. That's just, yeah, that's really bad. So, and you're going to be put in a situation, and I'm not coming after you. I'm basically telling you, it's like, okay, if you live through this, you will come out to an unimaginable moonscape where life as you know it will have changed 10 trillion fold, and your so-called money and gold and silver and all that won't mean garbage. It'll basically be, okay, well, these are pretty rocks to look at, but you sure as heck can't do anything with them. Um, so um, um, so everything will be lost. These people think that they have ultimate control and power, but who are you going to control and power when there's no one left, and when it's you in amongst a place? If and when you come out of your supposed bunker, and if your bunker makes it, because of some sheer chance, you're not going to make it, and God is going to destroy this land and cleanse it. And I actually saw last night. I saw the earth, and I saw bits and pieces of earth flying off, and I saw how the earth was crumbling, and all of a sudden it just went poof. And we know that that happens after the 1,000-year reign, and no one that is not God's will be here. If you are not God's, then you will not be on the earth. There will be the devil will be locked in chains along with the beasts, and he will be put in a place where he can't affect anything anymore. Um, and this is God's way of getting rid of all the evil and cleansing it. That's what he did in the days of Noah. That's why it was cleansed. It's because he was trying to get rid of the sin. He was trying to make it so this land is livable. And so, yeah. And also, there will be an army that will join the devil after the rain and everything stops. These people are the people that the devil has lied to. And these people will be disfigured. They will be charred. They will willingly go after anyone that is of God because of how much they hate him. And the power hungry and the money hungry, these are the people that will blame God for all of their problems. Blame God for all their miseries and what has happened to them, just like in the book of Revelation says that God will just breathe on them and they will all be instantly dead. So there will be an ultimate fight where they come against God and he'll breathe on them and they'll ultimately die. And I think there's somewhere in Revelation where it says that the blood will be as high as like the hip bone, or somewhere on the horses. So in other words, there'll be a buttload of blood. Time is up for our world, and life as you know it is coming to an end. Whatever I have revealed is just a small fraction of the stuff for the people that are left behind in the hell that they will have to go through. And the small issues and problems that you're having now, well, I mean, in our view of things, the issues and problems that we're going through, like, oh, well, I don't have enough food, or I don't have enough water, or, oh, well, there's this issue or that issue, and right now I'm not having a job. Well, when this hits, you won't have a house. You won't even have a land to go on. The water will be completely tainted with all kinds of refuse. I mean, just think of a hurricane or anything else and how bad that water is. Well, that's what you're looking at. Um, and so, and I'm not dismissing that your life is hard right now. I'm just showing you that the level that you're looking at right now compared to what's about to happen are on a completely different level. Um, we look at our problems, daily problems, and make them into mountains when they're actually molehills that can be solved. If you go to God, God can solve all your money issues. He can solve all your debt problems. He can solve all your sin problems. But you have to go to Him. You have to follow Him. And the Bible is relevant because if you don't follow it, you will not end up in the right place. If you think the Bible is so irrelevant, then yeah, go against it. See what happens. But I guarantee you, when you cross over and find out that, holy crap, He still lives and He still thinks and wants you to be righteous before Him, yeah, it's not gonna. You're basically going to be, yeah, you're going to be judged guilty before the most holy God and sent to the forever punishment. So if you go against God and take the mark of the beast, then you will be punished by life of fire and torment or in outer darkness, where you will remember everything you've ever done wrong, every sin that you have committed, every wrongful thought you have thought, and you will have never have peace. You will never be able to breathe because you'll be gasping for air. Normally, you'll be tortured night and day. And that won't, day and night won't exist. You'll be in outer darkness, or there will be darkness forever. Don't blame God for what you have willingly done to yourself. God has come after you so many different ways, trying to get you to turn, trying to get you onto His path through life. You think that you can live in your sin, and then on the very last second, oh God, I need you, and He'll come. That's not how it works. If you willingly, at the end of your life, for the last part of your life, I mean, if you willingly give your life over to God, yeah, He'll help you. But if you wait to the very last breath and go, God, I'm sorry, and then you pass on, He's going to go, okay, well, I don't accept it. And you have willingly gone against Him and gone into willful sin that you have done. So, and this is about, these scales that we're about to hit are on a level and in a way that are beyond what we're experiencing. We're seeing floods and fires and stuff happening on a localized event, and the devil has lied to many people, claiming, "Oh yeah, you'll live through this, and if you don't make it, you'll come down into paradise with me in hell." If you look at NDEs and who has gone to hell, you'll realize very fast that it is the most unimaginable, horrific, awful, no good, awful place. If you think that the devil is going to share his abode, he he went even against God Almighty. So you really think he's going to share what he has with you or with anyone? The devil is a ultimate deceiver and a lying piece of turd, and he does not care about you. He wants to use you. He wants to run over you, and he will stab you any way he can, shape or form. He has lied to you about how geology works. He's lied to you about how the sun rotates above our Earth, and it is a flat plane. I don't know how the lands have gotten there, but there are lands beyond the ice wall of Antarctica, and there are other lands, I believe, out there. Um, and yeah, the devil. I mean, the God is about to undo all the stuff that has gone wrong on this planet. He's going to undo all the unjust things, and He's going to make right all the wrongs that have ever been committed. If you have done wrong and not repented of it, you're going to suffer for it. I'm sorry to be so vicious. I'm so sorry to be so forthcoming with the information. But You have to know the truth. And the truth is, if you sin and you do not repent and you do not ask God to cover yourself by the blood of Him, you will have to suffer for what you did. Um, and if you think, oh, well, it's by the grace of God that I'm going to be saved, well, that is true for those people that are trying their best, trying to follow Him and trying to follow His commandments. Yes, there is grace and mercy for those who are trying everything they can to not mess up. So, and I know that for a fact I will never be 100% clean. I know that I mess up daily, and God's going just do the best you. I mean, I don't know if it's doing the best we can, but we try to do as much as we can with what we're given. He wants us to live as sinful free of a life as we can, and He understands our mess ups. He understands that we're in the most vicious, um, despicable time ever. He understands that this is the apex of the depravity and all the issues that have come forth. So I know this is not a fun message. I know that this is not, I mean, this is a very brutal message. This is a very in your face message, but I had to do it because He gave it to me. So I pray you go to God and you pray that what I do pray is that you don't go, oh, well, this, you're full of crap, and that you turn away from my words or just say, oh, well, that's not the God that I believe in. It's like, well, go to God with this. If you go to God and I'm full of BS, then you have nothing to lose. However, if you go to God and He tells you that I'm spot on, and yeah, so you have two choices. You can either believe me and go to God and ask God, Yahweh, about what this video is about. But I'm trying to get you to turn. I'm trying to get you to listen to me. But it is ultimately your choice. Thank you for joining me. And yes, God bless you all. And please, please, please turn to Him because things are about to get very bad. We can see a lot of things popping off. We can see that yeah, a lot of things are happening, and things are right on the cusp of getting severely worse. We are only on the tip of the iceberg, and we are flying off the cliff, and there is nowhere to go but down. So, um, until next time.